Hello students, today we are starting the third session of second unit. So in previous session we have discussed the 2 points, the continuous frequency distribution and frequency graph. So students, we have seen in continuous frequency distribution, so we are taking the data of age factors so that none of the data is left in the frequency distribution table, so that the students who are having age in the month, in the terms of months, will be carried in one of the class. So like that we will not leave any of the data in the distribution. So that is continuous frequency. For age factors we are using continuous frequency distribution. That was one. And one more thing we saw in the last session was frequency graphs. Okay, so frequency graphs, it is a graphical representation of the data available which is consolidated, so that we can give a clear picture to the quality control inspectors who are having, who can view the process data in the form of graphs. So that was frequency graph. So let's begin the third session. So this session outcome, okay, is understanding all types of frequency graph. So at the end of this session the student should be able to understand all the frequency graphs, and he should be able to explain all the types of frequency graphs. Okay, so let's begin with the content. So first one was line diagram. As we have seen the types of the frequency graphs in last class, so there were four. In first among them was the line diagram. What is line diagram? A line diagram, it consists of a series of lines erected at the midpoint of the classes, the length of that lines being proportional to the frequency in the respective classes. So see here students, it is one of the most simplest form of the frequency graph called line diagram. Okay, so in this line diagram we are collecting the data. So while constructing this line diagram, in x-axis we are taking the class interval, and in y-axis we are taking the frequencies. So I have represented one of the example. So see here, I have shown you an example. So here the class interval, so midpoint I have taken is for first class it is 100, for second class it is 200, for third class it is 300, so on. Okay, and frequency I have taken in the y-axis. The frequencies are 10, 20, 30, 40 at the scale of 10. Okay, so you should indicate the scale also on the graph. So the midpoint is first of the class interval is 100, and I have indicated the frequency. The frequency of the class is 30. So that line I have drawn a straight line from 100 to 30. So it's a red color. In the graph you can easily see it. Okay, so that is about first class. In the second class the midpoint is 200. So 200, the class midpoint is 200 and the frequency is 10. So I have erected a straight line from 200 to 10. So that is indicated by blue color. Okay, hope you are getting that. Next one is third class. 300 is the midpoint, and I have drawn a straight line. The frequency of that is 20. So the length of that line is up to 20. It is indicated by green color. Like this you can draw for different classes, and you can indicate the complete diagram in this line diagram. So this line diagram, this was the first type in the frequency graphs. Okay, so next one we'll see the histogram. Second one is the histogram. So histogram consists of rectangles, okay, erected over the true class intervals. they are areas being proportional to the frequency of the respective classes. So see here, in histograms we are drawing a rectangles, okay, that are erected through the true class interval, okay. So the width of that rectangle is the class interval, and the height will be equal to the frequency of that class, okay. So first one, so I have shown with a graphical representation, you can see on the screen. So the first class, the interval is from 0 to 132.5. So the class interval is from 130 to 132.5, and the frequency of that class is 3. So again here the class interval will be taken on the x-axis and the frequency will be taken on the y-axis. So for first class I have shown the rectangle from 0 to 132.5, and the interval, the frequency is up to 3. So you can see a rectangular block drawn through the area 132.5 to frequency of that is 3, okay. So next class interval, it is from 132.5 up to 134.5, okay, that is the class width, and the frequency of that is up to 2. So you can see second rectangular, the frequency showing is up to 2, okay. So next one is from 134.5 to 136.5, okay. So again the frequency, the length of that rectangular is up to 6, the frequency is 6, so I have taken the height up to 6. Like that we have to show for all the classes. You can see the top frequency of the class is 7. You are getting a rectangular with highest height of 7. So like that I have shown up to all the classes. So you can draw, it's very easy in construction. So while drawing you should mention the scale on the graph, that is most important, okay. Hope it's clear. So histograms, you are drawing the rectangular to the class intervals, the height will be equal to the frequency of that respective classes. That is about the histogram, okay. So like that, next we'll see the next type, frequency polygon. So frequency polygon, if the points plotted with x-axis equal to the amount of the midpoint of the class and the y-axis to the frequencies, so the figure obtained by joining the successive points is known as frequency polygon. So students, here also same, we are taking the class interval along the x-axis and the frequency along the y-axis. So here we are marking the points. So see students, here in frequency polygon we are marking the points, marking the point to the midpoint, and the height of that point will be equal to the frequency. So in the graph you can see, so first frequency, first class midpoint is 44.5 and the frequency of that is 0, okay. So that is 1 point. For second point, 54.5 is the midpoint of the class and the frequency of that class is 5. Next 64.5 and the midpoint is the frequency is 10. Next midpoint is 74.5 and the frequency is 10. The frequency is 30. For 84.5 the frequency is 40. For 94.5 the frequency is 15. Again for 104.5 midpoint the frequency is 0. So like that we have plotted the points only. So now you should join this point with straight lines. So this is most important here in frequency polygon. we are joining the points through the straight lines. Okay, straight line to get the graph completed. So a frequency polygon is one where we are joining the points, okay, through a straight lines to get a curve. That we call it as an frequency polygon. Okay, hope it's clear, students. You can clearly see the graph which I have drawn on the screen. Okay, so that is frequency polygon. Next we will see frequency curve. So what is this frequency curve? A smooth curve passing as closely as possible to the points of the frequency polygon, then the curve obtained so is called as a frequency curve. So it is same as the previous frequency polygon. Here the only difference is we are joining the points through smooth curve. In earlier frequency polygon we were joining the points as straight lines, but here we are joining the points through a smooth curve. That is the difference between the frequency polygon and frequency curve. So the construction remains same as of the frequency polygon, only the difference is we are joining the points with the help of smooth curve. That we call it as an frequency curve. So see here the first midpoint, it is near about 5, I think so. The midpoint is 5 and the frequency is 7. Next 18 and 12, the frequency is 12. For next class it is 24 to frequency 17. Next for 38 it is 25. For 42 it's 21. For 55 it is 19. For 63 it's 8. Next for 75 it is 5. We have got the points and now we are joining that point with the smooth curve. Okay, when you join this point with a smooth curve, you will be getting a frequency curve. It is very simple. You can try this on your graph sheets. Okay, next moving on, we will have a problem. Okay, so a problem, you note down a problem. Illustrate the following distribution of July rainfall in Bombay city by means of different graphical representations. So here we have given a table, okay, a class limit and frequency. The class limits are 0 to 7, 8 to 15, 16 to 23, 24 to 31, 23 to 39, 40 to 47, 48 to 55, 56 to 63. So these are the class limits, or you can call it as class intervals. The frequencies are 3, 12, 17, 25, 6, 4, 1, 1. The total is 69. So this was the earlier problem which we solved for the for exampling, for taking an example as frequency distribution, okay, to mark the tally mark. So for this problem you should draw all the 4 graphs. Which are the 4 graphs? Line diagram, this histogram, frequency polygon and frequency curve. Okay, so start drawing, students. First one we will see the line diagram. So see here I have solved that problem. You all should take your graph sheet or your notebook, mark the points x-axis, y-axis, and according I have explained you in the class. So you should mark the midpoints. To that midpoint you should erect a straight line. The height of the straight line will be equal to the frequency. So like this you should complete the line diagram. Take your time and complete this. This is first part in the question, to draw the line diagram of the given frequency distribution. Okay, Draw it. Take your time and draw the students. Draw it. Hope all of you are marking the points and drawing it. Okay. So like that you should complete the whole line diagram. Okay. Mark the midpoints and erect the height equal to the frequency of that respective classes. Okay. So next one we'll see the histogram. So histogram, you can clearly see on the screen I have drawn the rectangular buildings. Okay, so the width of that rectangular building, the width is equal to the class width and the height is equal to the class frequency. So neatly you have to show all the details. See on the screen, mark all the points on your graph sheet or your notebook and draw the graph. So mark the points and draw the histogram. It's very simple. You can easily draw the histogram. So moving on, we'll see the frequency curve. The frequency curve, we are marking the points on x-axis, the midpoints, and the y-axis frequency. We are the marking points and joining that point through the straight lines. So join the points with straight lines to get the curve. Hope all of you are drawing. Mark the midpoints and join the curve as I shown on the screen. Okay. Next, moving on, we'll see the assessment of the class. So now we will assess the class accordingly. Okay, hope you have got the points. So first question in the assessment, the rectangular blocks of the class width are drawn in dash. Students, see clearly, read the question clearly. The rectangular blocks, the class widths are drawn in dash. I am accepting the answer. Okay, what is that answer? Yes, histogram is the answer. Histogram, first answer is histogram. Second, fill the blank. In line diagram, dash are erected at the midpoint of the class. Second question is, in line diagram, dash are erected at the midpoint of the class. Straight lines are erected at the midpoint of the class. The answer is straight line. Okay. Third question. We move on to third question. Smooth curve is drawn in dash. Smooth curve is drawn in dash. Students, the answer is frequency polygon. The answer is frequency polygon. Next, fourth one. Points joined through a straight line is dash. Point joined through straight line So in S, the answer is frequency polygon. Frequency polygon. Okay. Next. Fifth question. The graphical representation of data is dash. Graphical representation of the data is dash. It's the frequency graph. It is called as frequency graph. Okay. Hope you have got all the questions. This was the assessment of the class. So next, a descriptive question. A descriptive question. You should note down this question. Take a suitable example of your choice and draw a line diagram, histogram, frequency polygon and frequency curve. Students, here you should take a example of your choice. Take example of your choice and draw a line diagram, a histogram, frequency polygon and a frequency curve. You take the frequency distribution table of your own choice. Okay, the data of your own choice and draw the following one. Okay, hope you have got all the questions clearly. Okay, so with this we will summarize the session. So in this session we have studied all the types of frequency polygon, which are those: the line diagram, the histogram, frequency polygon and frequency curve. Okay, so I will summarize the session. And line diagram, we are drawing a straight lines. Okay, the height will be equal to the frequency of that class. In histogram, we are drawing the rectangular blocks. The height of the rectangular blocks will be equal to the frequency of that class. Okay, next, frequency polygon. So here we are marking the points in the midpoint and the height will be the frequency of that class. So after marking all the points, we are joining the points with the straight line, that is frequency polygon. Next one is frequency curve. It is same as frequency polygon, just the difference is we are joining the points with a smooth curve. Okay, so when you join the points with smooth curve, we are getting a frequency curve. So with this we come to the end of the third session of second unit. Hope all of you have got